Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30 on your Friday morning. Happy Friday to you all. We have made it. I'm Emma Hamilton. We're going to get straight to your headlines in just a moment. But first, we're going to get a check of your certified most accurate forecast. Here's a beautiful live look from our Skyview 22 camera on top of the Homewood Suites on the river. My favorite shot by far. Meteorologist Melissa Hall is standing by with that certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Melissa. Turning to your coronavirus news now, the Georgia Department of Public Health says there are nearly 61,000 COVID-19 cases across the state. At this time last week, there were nearly 55,000 cases. In South Carolina, the Department of Health and Environmental Control says it's reporting more than 21,500 cases of coronavirus. Last week, there were nearly 16,500 cases. Savannah's faith leaders and the mayor say they are not ready to reopen houses of worship. Mayor Van Johnson's Faith Leaders Task Force is asking places of worship in Savannah to remain closed at this time. While these faith leaders say they would love to be back together in person, they also agree putting the health of their community first is more important right now. Here in Savannah, Mayor Van Johnson is proclaiming today, June 19th, as Juneteenth Day in the city. The holiday marks when enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learned that they were free back in 1865. Mayor Johnson says this year's observance brings a special meaning because of the nation's recent outrage over the deaths of Ahmaud Arbery, Rayshard Brooks, George Floyd, and many others. City council members in Bloomingdale are calling on Mayor Ben Rozier to resign after he posted a controversial Facebook post. 2 days ago, Mayor Rozier posted this rant on a community Facebook page. It centered around privilege, and it seemed to be a response to the term white privilege, which has made waves across social media in recent weeks. The mayor deleted the post after backlash. We have reached out to the mayor, but he has not responded. WJCL has learned that a protest outside of City Hall is planned for tomorrow afternoon. A Georgia officer went viral following an emotional Facebook live stream outside of a Richmond Hill McDonald's. Our Stephen Moody reports on what has happened since that video gained traction. Local beaches are seeing major crowds this holiday weekend, and leaders are expecting even more people later today. Take a look at what Tybee Island looked like just yesterday. There were quite a few people you see there at the beach, but lifeguards say it's mostly been a good weekend, with most people practicing social distancing and following other city guidelines. Starting today, testing is now in downtown Savannah here at the Civic Center on West Oglethorpe Avenue. Now, these masks will be much like what I have on this morning. They'll be cloth, and so they will be washable and reusable. Hey, Chris, good morning. Well, yesterday was a complete nightmare for the state of Georgia. Hey, Ashley, good morning to you. Well, Savannah Fire was dispatched here to the 600th block of East Duffy Street just before 3 o'clock this morning. This building here behind me was fully engulfed in flames, and crews are still on scene trying to investigate the cause of that fire. We want to show you some video here from earlier this morning when they first arrived on scene, and as you can see, this was a pretty big fire earlier this morning. 34 people currently live inside of these buildings. So something that we just learned is that these are single room occupancy homes. So they're single rooms that men live in. There's 40 units and they share a bathroom. And the property manager actually told us from a first look right now, it looks like there are only 5 rooms that were completely damaged. Of course, Savannah Fire is still investigating to determine the damage, but no injuries. And residents say, of course, this was absolutely devastating this morning. Now, everybody is accounted for except for 2 people that live here, but they are expected to just be away according to officials. But Savannah Fire will do another search, as they have been searching all morning, just to make sure that those people weren't in there. Of course, as we learn more, we will keep you updated here on air and on our website at WJCL.com. Reporting live in Savannah this morning, Emma Hamilton, WJCL 22 News. Good morning, Ashley. Yeah, despite criticism from many Georgians and even President Trump, Governor Brian Kemp is moving forward with his plans today of reopening the state. City of Savannah Mayor Van Johnson signed this declaration Tuesday morning, ordering residents to shelter at home. Ashley, Chris, good morning. Yeah, like you just said, Chris, as you can see behind me here, Savannah Fire and police are still on scene of this massive fire from yesterday afternoon here at the Eastern Wharf complex. Savannah Fire does plan to stay here until that fire is fully extinguished. Now, as far as your morning commute goes, we do want to let you know about a few of those road closures that are going to affect your morning commute. The latest information from the Savannah Police Department says all of General McIntosh Boulevard by the Eastern Wharf complex is closed. There are other streets with partial closures, including East Bay, East Broad, Broughton, President, and Randolph streets. The current citizens arrest law here in Georgia was written and conceived back in 1863, and lawmakers say it's time to repeal it.
Well, it was important before now. It's just that now gives us an opportunity because it's in the public eye. But we should have changed this years ago.
This law came into question early on in the Ahmaud Arbery case when the McMichaels claimed they were trying to catch a known burglar.
This young man had been killed. They told me that it was a racist act, but I would never imagine that it was at the hands of the laws that we have allowed to take place in Georgia that were outdated.
Right now, Georgia law states that a private citizen may arrest an offender if an offense is committed in his or her presence or within his or her immediate knowledge. Author of the bill, Representative Carl Gilliard, and many other lawmakers feel this needs to change here in Georgia. The bipartisan bill, getting support from both sides of the aisle, would get rid of Georgia's current citizens arrest law.
It's not about parties, it's about the people.
Everybody's affected by this. People on both sides of the aisle have had family or friend that has fallen victim to, somebody trying to do something outside the law.
Which is apparent in the amount of people protesting across the country. And to everyone who has been protesting peacefully, Gilliard says the best thing you can do is to lobby your legislators and use the power of your vote.
We got to move Georgia forward. This bill must be repealed. We cannot bring Arbery back, but as we move forward, we can say never again that this can happen.
The legislation has already been filed, and the representatives that are in support of it will be signing it when the session resumes on June 15th. Reporting in Savannah, Emma Hamilton, WJCL 22 News. Captain Matthew Kelly's request, the sound of Jimmy Buffett accompanied Kelly's friends and family today as they said their final goodbyes. Just earlier this year, Kelly was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer at the age of 48.
When I learned of his diagnosis, my spirit was crushed. Pancreatic cancer, I knew what that meant. But I held hope. I had faith he would return and continue to lead in the Savannah Fire Department. He was taken far too young and far too fast.
Many lined the streets of Savannah Thursday, paying their respects to someone who most call a hero. Captain Kelly is an Air Force veteran and served as a firefighter for more than 25 years between Savannah and his home state of Massachusetts.
Being a firefighter speaks to the character of a person who chooses this profession. The word firefighter tells a story of a person who is selfless, who is confident, who is fearless, and willing to put their life on the line for someone they've never met. Captain Matthew Kelly is the definition of a firefighter.
Captain Kelly's team joined him for his final ride down East Oglethorpe Avenue to Savannah Fire headquarters, and the traditional last call was dispatched to him before he's laid to rest.
Savannah Fire to Rescue 1, Captain Matt Kelly. Savannah Fire to Rescue 1, Captain Matt Kelly, this is your last call. There is no response from Captain Matt Kelly. On behalf of the City of Savannah and Savannah Fire Department, it is with deep sadness and sorrow to report that after nearly 25 years of bravery and service, Captain Matt Kelly has completed his last and final call on Earth.
Reporting in Savannah, Emma Hamilton, WJCL 22 News.